Hello, Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. There's a growing buzz around the league that could shake the foundation of the Western Conference. And it centers around a name that, just a couple years ago, wasn't on anyone's radar as a headline grabber, but now, if what's being whispered around the NBA circles turns out to be true, the Los Angeles Lakers may have pulled off one of the most strategic moves of the offseason. Rumor has it, and yes, it's still a rumor at this point, that Walker Kessler has signed a 3-year deal with the Lakers. The young center, known for his elite shot blocking and high basketball IQ, is reportedly heading to the purple and gold in what insiders are calling a quiet steal. While the front office hasn't confirmed anything publicly, sources close to the situation suggest the deal is done, paperwork finalized, and the official announcement is just a matter of time. If true, this signing could be the start of a new defensive identity for a Lakers team that has often relied heavily on offensive firepower. Imagine Kessler anchoring the paint behind Anthony Davis. That's the kind of combo that makes coaches in the West lose sleep. This might just be the Lakers' smartest move in years, let's be honest. Walker Kessler wasn't exactly the headline of trade rumors this offseason. In fact, most fans probably assumed he'd remain a building block for the Utah Jazz, a franchise that's been leaning heavily into youth and internal development. But here's where things get interesting. Several anonymous sources around the league began murmuring about a Western team making a run at Kessler, and when names like the Spurs or the Mavericks didn't pan out, the whispers shifted toward Los Angeles. And not the Clippers, no, the Lakers. That's when things really started heating up. NBA Twitter began to pick up on some low-key signs. Kessler seen in LA during Summer League. His social media posts suddenly more Hollywood than Salt Lake. Then came the most telling clue. Lakers GM Rob Pelinka was reportedly spotted having dinner with a group that included Kessler's agent. It doesn't take a genius to connect those dots. The league's insiders aren't always right, but when multiple sources begin telling the same story, you start to listen. And in this case, it looks like the Lakers might have just landed a defensive gem while everyone else was focused on bigger, flashier names. If you're a Lakers fan, this potential move should excite you, not just because Kessler is a young, elite rim protector, but because of what it signals about the franchise's direction. This isn't the Lakers going after another aging star or high-usage scorer. This is a calculated, forward-thinking play. Kessler, still just 23, represents a pivot towards sustainable success. He's the kind of piece that complements the existing roster without requiring the ball in his hands. And that's key when you've already got LeBron and AD commanding so much offensive gravity. What makes Kessler special is his ability to impact games without needing to dominate them. He averaged a point for blocks per game in his rookie season with Utah, showing an instinctual timing that can't be taught. Combine that with his efficiency around the rim, solid rebounding, and a developing passing game, and you have a player who fits seamlessly into the Lakers' new look identity. The front office seems to be prioritizing fit and roll over flash. And if this Kessler signing rumor is real, it proves they're dead serious about building a team that can last longer than a single playoff run. Now, of course, nothing is ever guaranteed in the NBA. We've seen done deals fall apart in hours. But multiple league insiders have hinted that this Walker Kessler Lakers agreement is all but official. It's not just about locking in a talented player, it's about the message it sends. The Lakers are thinking beyond LeBron's final years. They're preparing for life after the King. And who better to form the core of that next era than a defensive anchor who can grow alongside emerging talents like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura? If the signing holds true, this is one of those under-the-radar deals that gets reevaluated in 2 years as a masterstroke. Think about the salary cap flexibility. A 3-year deal for a player like Kessler, still on the rise, relatively inexpensive, gives law options. He's not a max player, but he could deliver near max impact defensively for a team that has struggled to find consistency at the center spot. Since Dwight Howard's brief resurgence, this could be the long-term answer. And again, if Anthony Davis can stay healthy, imagine the Twin Tower setup on defense. Kessler brings the timing. AD brings the versatility. It could be the best defensive front court in the league. What makes this rumor even more fascinating is how little fanfare it has received until now. That's classic Lakers. Say what you will about their drama, but when they want to keep something quiet, they know how to play it close to the vest. No Woy bomb, notions tweet, just a steady leak of small breadcrumbs leading to a very real possibility, and when you think about it, Kessler might have wanted it that way. He's never been the loudest voice in the room, coming out of Auburn. He was known more for his work ethic than his ego. Signing with the Lakers, especially under the radar, gives him a chance to prove himself on the biggest stage, without the burden of enormous expectations, and that's where it gets exciting. Players like Kessler often thrive when the lights get brightest. Remember how the Lakers turned guys like Alex Caruso and Malik Monk into household names. Imagine what they can do with a guy who already brings elite-level rim protection. Don't be surprised if Kessler becomes a breakout star in LA, not because he's flashy, but because he does the dirty work and does it well. Another layer to this rumor is how it affects the rest of the Lakers roster. With Kessler potentially joining the fold, you start to wonder about the minutes and roles for other bigs like Jackson Hayes or Christian Wood. Does one of them get traded? Does someone slide to a different position? More importantly, what does this do to Anthony Davis? Usage and injury management? The idea behind bringing in Kessler seems simple. Lessen AD's load. Let Kessler handle the nightly grind in the paint while Davis roams, switches, and acts as a free safety on defense. It's a smart move if you're trying to preserve AD for the postseason. The Lakers have seen firsthand how fragile their title hopes become when Davis goes down. Adding a legitimate, full-time rim protector who doesn't need touches to stay engaged. That's not just smart, it's essential. Kessler isn't coming in to compete for touches or demand offensive sets. He knows his role, and that kind of self-awareness is invaluable on a team full of high-usage stars. If the Lakers really did sign him, it may be one of those rare deals that helps everybody play better without disrupting chemistry. There's also the money factor. A 3-year deal for Kessler likely means a moderate salary somewhere in the $10 to $15 million per year range. If estimates are correct, that's a bargain in today's NBA for a center who can protect the rim at a near elite level and still has plenty of upside. When you consider the Lakers' cap situation, this is a savvy financial move. They're not just stacking talent, they're doing it in a way that keeps them flexible. This is especially important with the new CBA rules limiting luxury tax teams. Locking in a player like Kessler before he explodes statistically is the type of forward-thinking roster management fans have been begging for. It's almost reminiscent of how the Warriors secured Kevin Looney for cheap before he became an irreplaceable playoff piece. If the Lakers are taking notes from other dynasties, this is the kind of acquisition that keeps your championship window open longer. And considering the current market inflation for big men, Kessler's deal might end up being one of the best value contracts in the league. That is, of course, if all these whispers prove true. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, let's zoom out for a moment. What does this rumored signing say about the league's perception of the Lakers? For a franchise often criticized for chasing stars past their prime, this is a bold shift. Signing Kessler again, if the deal is indeed finalized, shows the Lakers are finally valuing role players, system fits, and defense-first contributors. They're not just trying to outscore everyone anymore, they're looking to win with balance. And let's not forget, this comes in an off-season where teams like Denver, Minnesota, and OKC are getting better. The West is a battlefield, and the Lakers need more than just star power to survive. Kessler's presence offers them lineup versatility, improved rebounding, and a safety net for nights when Davis is unavailable. Even more importantly, it adds a layer of defensive consistency that has been lacking. If the Lakers are going to make another title push, whether this season or the next, they need to win games ugly. Kessler helps them do just that. His blocks, altered shots, and physical presence could swing entire games. And when it comes to playoff basketball, that's the difference between moving on and going home early. What about the fan reaction? Wow, this rumor is still flying under the radar for most casual observers. Die-hard Lakers fans are already buzzing. Social media forums are beginning to light up with excitement, cautious optimism, and the usual skepticism. Some fans see Kessler as the next great Lakers big, others worry it's a lateral move. But the reality is, this isn't a flashy headline meant to sell jerseys, it's a culture move. The Lakers are trying to restore the identity they had during the 2020 championship run: gritty defense, elite rim protection, and smart, efficient role players. Kessler checks all those boxes. Sure, he's not going to drop 30 points or hit deep threes, but that's not what the Lakers need. What they need is a player who knows his role and executes it at a high level every night. If the rumors are right and this deal is signed, sealed, and soon to be delivered, fans might look back at this moment as the turning point where LA started building a real, sustainable core again, not just chasing rings but building them the hard way, and Kessler could be the foundation. Let's not forget the ripple effect this kind of signing could have across the league. Other teams may regret passing on Kessler if he blossoms under the bright lights of Crypto.com arena. He's going to be featured on national broadcasts, spotlighted in big games. And if the Lakers go deep playing key playoff minutes, his presence in LA instantly raises his profile. That could impact all defensive team voting, future contract value, and even how teams game plan against the Lakers. You can already imagine coaches saying, "Watch the lob threat, avoid the paint when Kessler's on the floor, and think about young bigs around the league watching Kessler's development." It could shift how teams evaluate rim protection versus stretch shooting. This might even be a philosophical shift, one where teams start prioritizing defensive anchors again. If Kessler thrives, don't be surprised if the copycat league responds accordingly. And in that sense, this rumored signing isn't just about the Lakers getting better. It's about reshaping conversations league-wide. Again, all of this hinges on the deal being real. But if it is, Rob Pelinka may have pulled off the biggest under-the-radar move of the summer, one that changes more than just LA's depth chart. At the end of the day, all eyes are now on the Lakers front office. Will they confirm the rumors? Will we see the classic press conference photo, Kessler holding a Lakers jersey, flanked by executives, smiling as the next chapter begins? Or will this turn out to be another case of smoke with no fire? Only time will tell. But the pieces are all there: the leaks, the sightings, the silence from both camps that usually means something's brewing. And when it comes to the Lakers, no move is ever just about basketball. It's about narrative, legacy, and always about winning. If Kessler truly is the newest Laker, then welcome to Hollywood. Big fella, your job: protect the rim, clean the glass, and help bring banner number 18 to the rafters. And for Lakers Nation, it's another chapter in an off-season that may be a lot more exciting than people expected. Buckle up. If this rumor's true, it's only the beginning. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.